Hello everybody. I've been wondering what should I do my next video about. I've been listening and listening and listening and listening to the news. ISIS is doing this. I'll deal with ISIS when the time comes. Don't worry, you'll all know. Floods, people needing help. Our nation is quick to respond to the people in Nepal with the earthquakes. Is our nation there for the people with the floods? Well, they'll respond in time, but it should already be in place. There should be no questions. Aid should be given immediately. But you see, those are politicians. They're waiting for the real need to pop up and be bad. Then they can say, look at what I've done. Sorry, you're not going to see that. I mean, we'll have floods, we'll have earthquakes, but everything will be there so that everything will be handled and corrected as quickly as possible, not waiting for the people to say, I need. For the past maybe 100 years, most of our presidents come from the elite rich or buddies with the elite rich. There is something I'm writing, and this is what this video is about. It's about you, the American people. It's about you, each and every one of you. So, how and why? A lot of people are thinking about Hillary Clinton, or some other rich person, someone from a rich family. But you know, great presidents don't usually come from the rich. Not the ones who were born into it. Great presidents come from the people. How could someone who never felt hunger tell what hunger is like? I'm not talking about someone who missed one meal here or one meal there and is hungry, or even gone a couple of days without eating. I'm talking about real hunger. And how about those of you who can't pay your rent and the fear of being evicted and homeless with your family? Well, what about you that are homeless? Luckily, that I have not been. Close, I'm told, but never completely homeless. I've been in apartments where the furniture's been removed. I've been in apartments where they let us stay until they rented it, and then we had to leave. I've known hunger for several days on end, continuously on and on. I know what it's like to accidentally tear your school pants, which is the only good pants you got, and how it hurts so badly because now all you got is rags. I know what it's like to go to school and have kids make fun of you because you're wearing rags. I didn't consider them rags, they were clothes. My mother sewed patches on them. I know those things. So why do we have that in the richest nation in the world still today? We have a government that borrows money to give money to other people around the world and not care for you, the people. We have an infrastructure that's falling apart while we are building highways and roads and dams and everything else throughout the world for other nations. We have schools where children don't even have the books they need. The teachers are buying the paper and pencils for the classes. Or all the students who can afford it buy a bunch of stuff and they bring it to school and the teacher distributes it among all the class. While at the same time the federal government is cutting back on education funds, while they are giving more and more money to other world countries, quote unquote third world countries as they call it, for their schools, for their children, for their books, for their pens and pencils and paper. So how long is it going to be before you, the people, realize that's the kind of leadership you have been elected? Those who know the value of buying things know that friends can be had through the dollar bill, but those friends are not friends. We'll let this nation's children go without so some other nation's children can have. I do not begrudge the charity of this nation. I begrudge the stealing from the people of this nation and the children of this nation to give that charity to other nations. It's great to play Robin Hood, steal from the rich and give to the poor, but it's not great to steal from the poor to give to someone else. I know this nation is full of street people. The reason I use street people because some of them want to be street. But on the street also is the homeless. There's a difference between a homeless and a street person. A street person's there because that's where they wish to be. That's how they wish to live. No responsibilities, no nothing. They just continue on and they continue on while the homeless is a person who wants a home, would work for a home, can't afford it. May have family with them. They might be living in a car or under a bridge or in abandoned apartment buildings throughout this nation. Those are the homeless. We must understand that there are homeless in this nation. And we also must understand there are street people. And we must fix the problem. Put the homeless in a home and allow the street people who wish to live that way to live the way they wish. As long as we provide decent facilities. We can provide decent facilities for street people. You ever heard of public restrooms? Many, many, many towns used to have parks where there were public restrooms that people in the park can use the restroom. And they wouldn't get thrown in jail because their clothes is dirty or they were living for the last 6 months on the street. No. The police officer would help them, not throw them in jail. But you see, we become a nation of law and order. Sounds like a TV program. And it's okay to be a TV program, not real, just virtual. But when it becomes a reality that starts hurting people, then there's something wrong. So what is this video really about? Let me get this piece of paper here. It's going to be in a write-up. Put my glasses on. History has shown that the wealthy does not have much to do with the making of a president of the people. Insecurity, poverty, working as one, the struggling of just living does. When one does not know what hunger is, one cannot feel hunger or explain hunger. When one does not know worrying where the rent is coming from, one does not know what fear of being homeless is. When one does not have to beg for help, one does not know how badly help is needed within this nation. All this I have been through. I know, and I know you must always come first in this nation. Not third world, not a Middle East, not Asia, not Indochina. No, you, the American people, must and always come first. Your needs, your wants, your desire of a nation. Our Congress should be more concerned with the Constitution and you than the rest of the world. Our Congress should be more concerned with helping and developing a strong, powerful people. For the people within a nation is what makes that nation great, not the government. Yes, you, each and every one of you. That's why I tell you, when I become president, don't ever call me Mr. President. I'll correct you immediately. You will call me JD. That will be there to remind me I'm no better than you. But moreover, to remind you that you're just as important as I am to this nation. For without you, there is no nation. So yes, JD may be a different kind of president. Yes, JD may be the one who cares about the people. Yes, JD may be the one who doesn't play games. And yes, JD will never be politically correct, and he is not a politician in any name, shape, or form. For example, if they ask me about marijuana, heck, never touched my lips. I crumbled it up and threw it on the ground. But have I inhaled it? Yes, I've been in rooms where people smoked it all the time. So I have inhaled marijuana. I know what it smells like. I'm not going to lie. Politically correct. It touched my lips, but I did inhale it. Remember those lines? How could someone be in a room full of marijuana smoke and not inhale it? Can't. There is an impossible task. They hold their breath forever. Or how about, let's use the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Should that have been investigated by the Senate? Let's see, she was 25, he was what? I guess they're both over 18. They both were adults, were they not? They both consented, did they not? And that was his home, the White House, was it not? So what concern does the Senate have it? They're both adults, consenting adults. They're both over the age of 18, and they were in the White House, which is the home of the president. So I guess it's really none of their business. Well, it wasn't the office of the White House. So it was. It's still part of the White House. It's still part of his home. Therefore, it's none of the Senate's business. Now, if he was maybe behind the Capitol building, he might have had something. But if he was even in the Rose Garden, there was nothing they could say. Because it's his home. It's his property for those 4 to 8 years or whatever. And that's what I would have told the Senate. It's none of your doggone business. It's between me The other individual, both of us adults, our religious leaders, my wife, their husband, their husband, and our lawyers. So you have nothing to say, so I gave you all the information you need to know. Goodbye, have a nice day. I shall see you later. And that's where it would have ended, instead of costing millions of dollars. Because I got better needs for millions of dollars, like helping you guys keep your home. So, am I politically correct? No, I will never be. Am I a politician? Sorry. I've been told too many times I will never be a politician. And that I won't be. And I don't play games. And this is for the rest of the world to know also. I do not play games. If I come to talk with you about something and you want to play a game, fine, play the game. I'll come back later when you want to be serious. Have a nice day. No treaty, no nothing. Doesn't matter. We either do something or we don't. We don't, that's fine. But I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste the American people's money sitting around begging for something or trying to. No, I don't play games. Now, you want to seriously negotiate? Let's seriously negotiate. You sit down. Where's your line? Where's my line? Now let's see if we can meet in the middle. If you don't want to move an inch, fine, I won't move an inch. And that means we're not getting nowhere. So bye, see you later. Let me know when you're ready to be serious negotiating. Because I don't play games. Now, what about foreign affairs? That's part of foreign affairs, isn't it? Yes, but also, each and every nation has their own right to exist. Each and every nation has the people in their nation. Only the people in their nation has the right to decide how and when they shall be. This is the way it will be. This is the way it shall be. This is the way it must be. Let's see who's calling me. Oh, my wife's calling me. I'm going to have to end this video soon. So, bottom line, people, this is what it's about. You decide who you want to be president. Someone who's rich, someone who has no feeling towards you, but only among their cronies, how to get richer and richer, and how, because they're only interested in a position title. I don't give a darn what the title is. I told you, in this country, you're not going to call me Mr. President. You're going to call me JD. I'm interested in getting a job done. A job I know I can do. A job I know we can do. And I know that it is us together that must do the job that's needed for this nation. Not a few people running around in D.C. They can't. They have no comprehension of the needs of our nation. But you do. That's why I said I'll bring your voice to Washington, D.C., and I expect you to tell me what you feel, how you feel, what is right, what is wrong. And we will, together, fix our nation. You're worried about the deficit? I am too. But it's only us together that will fix it. The tax program's all screwed up. Hey, I'll stand right alongside you and agree. But until we come up with a solution to fix it, you can't just shut it down. I'd love to get rid of the IRS. But then I'd like to keep the IRS and use it as its title, Internal Revenue Service. Have its maintain monitoring on every congressman, senator, government official, and anybody else who spends the American dollars. Okay? So, there's the first promise. Bring your voice to Washington, D.C. Second promise is to ensure that Congress realizes they are to serve you, the American people, and no one or anything else. No political party like Republican or Democrat. No special interest group like Greenpeace or anything else. No foreign entities like New World Order or anything like that. No one, no thing, nothing other than you, the American people. They shall serve you and realize that we are not the servants of the government, but the government is the servant of the people. And of course, my final thing is to do all these things together, I must do something myself. This I got to do myself. This I cannot do just with you, but you will come along with it. Bring leadership to Washington. Take responsibility where responsibility is due. Don't give the excuse, oh, well, I did, or oh, well, I could, or oh, well. No, I made a decision, right or wrong. That was my decision. I accept full responsibility. And you make decisions and you stand behind it. But mostly you are the ones that got to make the decision. Is it going to be a politician again, a rich person again, someone who has money, or is it going to be one of you, me? That's your choice. So people, that's what this video is about. You decide. Remember one thing I always say, if you agree with me, help me. If you disagree, let's talk. And I hope you disagree on some of the things I say. Because if you don't, something's wrong. Because you're not me. But when you tell me what you disagree on, or you tell me what you want to see, now I have some knowledge of you, and I can bring your voice to Washington, D.C. But as long as you keep it inside you, there's nothing I can do either. But together, we can, and we shall, and we will, but only together. You all have a nice day. This is JD. Yes, I am a presidential candidate for 2016, if you want me to be. Thank you. Have a nice day.